Alright, so let's get into my second stream of the day. Now, this stream is going to be for the fashion show that Roxy and I have been approved for. My cup's making a weird noise, just a minute. I'm not sure why. Alright, that should be good. Is this even working? I need to update my sounds. There's some sound effects that I really like nowadays. Might work on that. So let's continue to work. So Roxy did some stuff in here, and we've just been working on the spacing, and also Roxy made us some doors, but and some decorations. Where is my teleporter? So we'll teleport down here on player join right now. This is like my admin teleport. And what we finished so far were the judges' doors, and then behind the scenes I just worked on finishing the spacing. So these are going to be the contestants' doors to enter. There's 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And those are for the contestants themselves to go into. And then there will be the dressing rooms for the models. So each model will have their own dressing room as well. And if the artist or the contestant is also going to be their own model, then they'll just have to enter both rooms before they leave the basement. Alright, so I think the way that we can just make sure we keep things moving forward is we can just finish all the rooms, I suppose. So this is the start of the second week. We're supposed to deliver this after 6 weeks. And it usually moves really slow at the beginning, and you'll see it start really gaining pace towards the end. But there's some really complicated logic we're going to have to tackle through the middle, so we're just going to make sure we stay consistent on this till it gets done. Let's just keep working on the doors so we can just, you know, get the nitty-gritty part done of all of this. What I do want to do here, though, this has to be in the middle of the room or it's going to get broken. That is for sure. Alright, let's see how that's working. Hmm. Barely hear it close. The reason I moved the doors over here so the contestant has plenty of space. Let's just move these 3D sounds out a little bit so they're a little louder for when you enter. Just make sure this still works. So we're gonna go in. How do you start open? Creepy. All right. So let's bring this middle system over and start the first contestant's door. Bring that over here. I'm gonna hold shift to rotate it so I get a perfect rotate. That'd be 45 degrees. We'll put the door in. It's got a little trim on it. And then we will replace this. Let's check out the doors. Door. He did judge door and simple basement door fashion show. Replace. Hey, it works now. That's good. Also, this has something a little wrong with it, I think. Starts closed. Closing, closing. Play on closing. I don't know. Maybe because it was... These ones are set on idle. Make sure you listen to it a little low because I'm doing my other stream for today, okay? Yeah, 15, 16. Should be good. And then let's just have this start with flows. Just say artist since it's shorter. Artist. It's really long. Teleport artist dot I should start with 0, but I didn't start judge with 0. For this, I'm just gonna use 1. Teleport artist 1. Artist 1. Become artist 1. So this will have to change to teleport artist 1. We gotta rename this stuff. We'll have to hit edit. Let's go to talk to logic. And enters for the closing sound that happens in the system. I'm thinking, I just had an idea of a better way to do the sound, for sure, probably, where I can just have everybody have their own single player sounds and send single player messages to the sounds as needed, so I won't have to mess with like 3D sounds and stuff like that for everybody. Probably be a lot more clean. We'll get player needed messages out of the doors and the trigger volumes and things. And if we start with this, it'll probably be a lot better by the end. So let's just go ahead and invent the new system with the actor doors, I guess, or the artist doors. I'm just gonna get rid of the... Oh. Let's just get rid of the sound the way it is right now. We'll reinvent it. I just want the mechanics to happen. Spawning point exit. Artist 1. Spawning point artist 1. So this is going to be set test dot one dot tag. And the tag will be tag artist dot one. Trigger volume. So when you go in here, we want to say set artist 1. It's going to have a logic dot artist dot 1. So there's rules that we have happen for this to work. So those are the judges. Judge variables. We got plenty of room left for more logic here, so let's just keep going. So this is artist 1. Set artist 1. What's up, Play Game for Fun? How are you today? Thanks for stopping in. Hope life's good. This morning we did a little work on Misty Mountain on stream for an hour, and now we're going to work on the fashion show for an hour, a little bit. That's what I'm up to. What are you up to? So set artist 1, great. Now we're going to set artist 1 to keep a note of all of these. Artist 1 will be 4. Set artist 1 is going to store the artist 1 name. So let's create a new text variable that is global, and it's called text artist 1 name. Okay, and then we're going to set artist 1, and I already put that one down there, so we can set artist 1 tag, and I'm pretty sure I copied that. Nope, that's not right though. This is logic.artist.one. I didn't know you were taking classes play game for fun. That's pretty cool. I am back at it, Nasman. I've got 2 big projects I need to make sure I stay working on. So, give me twice today and as many days as I can get myself to do it. Thanks for dropping in again. Appreciate you. Logic artist 1. So boom. Set artist 1, set artist 1 tag, boom. Alright, so a big thing that's wrong with this is the stuff needs to be scaled down for sure. So the range can be smaller. Should move it over a little bit. Let's go with 7. Not touching. Not touching. And then this is going to be much too big. So this needs to go down to 8. Can't go through that wall, can't go through, so there it is right there. Let's make this, the Z, a 7, I guess. So there's that, and then we gotta make sure it doesn't pop out this wall. Or the ceiling, for sure not the ceiling. Let's just make the Y a little smaller. Should I make the Y a little smaller on all these? How close are you? Pretty close. Let's just drop all these down 1. Drop the Y down 1. Boom. Is that it? Pretty much. We gotta do this logic. Exit artist 1. Double the Fred, double the fun. Well, thanks. Working on your hub map. Completely new version. Trying to make it in Magical Maxwell and then send it with Magical Palette. Yeah, for sure. That'd be really cool to be able to do that. Worked with Magic of Voxel a few times, but I'm just way better at GameMaker than Magic of Voxel, so I always end up just doing things in GameMaker. But I should practice Magic of Voxel more, get good at it. And we are reinventing the sound, so I'm going to delete that. Now, what am I missing? I'm missing animations. You have to change that. El Kozaro, good to see you in chat. I appreciate you dropping in. It's meant to work that I can easily replace same map and edit easier. Oh yeah, for sure, that makes sense. I should have some streams working on Magic of Voxel, see if I can get better at it. Okay, so when I was moving this over, my brain said, hey, you have a bunch of 3D sounds everywhere. That doesn't make any sense. You should have a single player sound that'll play when you need it for everybody. You won't have to do any 3D sounds, and it's because you're using a message in the rules that's sending an SP message out. Okay. So let's grab ourselves a logic asset, I guess, and let's put this sound like in the middle of... Let's put this sound on the catwalk by the admin spawner. Like this. So this will be sound.sp dot door open. I don't know. Something like that. I wonder if I can go like where's the sound on these? Okay, yeah. So if I copy this and we paste it here. So actually, I wonder if I can just paste it into an SP. Let's see. Sick. Okay. And one way it's easier with GameMaker. However, want to test Magicka and redesigning meant to be easier. 100%. If you're good at Magic of Voxel, you can put together a really cool map quickly. You know, the 1x1 land, 96 by 96 meters by 128 meters tall. If you use that space good, that's a lot of space. That's a lot of space. And working like inside and under stuff, I mean, if you can do that with Magic of Voxel, 100%, that'd be amazing. It'd be like, imagine building Misty Mountain, how long it took Gibbous to put all that stuff together, and if you're really good at Magic of Voxel, you could build a Misty Mountain really easy, probably. Now decorating it with assets, that's a totally different story, but the block work, and if you can have really cool block art, so you don't really need to do much asset decoration, yeah, that would be amazing. Together games super quick. And that's kind of the meta nowadays, is like put a game together and let it live its cycle and then put another game out. So I totally want to learn Magic of Voxel for sure. I just haven't gotten around to it. So here we go. Now, when you get sent into these dressing rooms, there is a player needed message that pops up here for the setting the role and setting the name and sending a message back to the text. So what if I want to create also a sound that happens out of this? Let's create a soundboard. A new board. Let's call it the soundboard. And let's move it to the logic area. Okay, so let's just start with the artist one. Let's see what we can do here. We can send a message to SP actors. This is what we need. So this is going to be like door opening sound. And can I rename this one right? This is artist one, artist one. So this is the door opening sound for artist one. The required message here is set artist one. Message to send. We'll say that just to keep it easy, it's the same message with an SP at the end. Yeah, just try to use VoxEdit as a middleman instead. That's an interesting idea, yeah. Play game for fun. How about you learn how to do it really well and then you can teach me how to do it? It is something I really do want to hop into someday. But my strength is not in the world building, it's in the logic. So I think to like really put projects out really fast, I would do logic. And then if somebody, you know, could do the world building, was really good at that too, because that would probably be the best. You can get burnt out working all, you know, you get burnt out working at all ends of the stick. What's the saying? Burning at both ends. To burn at both ends. But yeah, if you're doing every part of the game making process yourself, that can get burdensome. It is nice to hand off stuff. And my strength 100% is in the logic. So usually I find myself here. Alright, so we're starting the set artist one SP. Boom. That's an SP message. So open. This is going to play with set artist 1.sp. Closing. I really wish you could put more than one sound on a single asset. That would be so cool. Let's say set logic.sp. So open, this is the SP message. Message to stop is closing. Message to send, sound closing. I don't think we need to send a stop message right now. Message to send, sound closing. I do want to use that though. And so we can duplicate. Oh, wait. Delete that. I want to get rid of 3D sound. We don't need 3D sound anymore if we're doing this approach. So you won't be able to hear other people's sound. So we'll just get a nice loud crisp without 3D sound anywhere you are on the map when you're supposed to. So let's actually go ahead and grab this sound. We're going to copy the logic and then drop it onto this one, and it stays SP, which is really cool. So now we got the closing. I'm going to turn 3D sound off. Boom, boom, bing, bang, boom. Let's see if this is working. So we can... At least they all do it, I guess. They'll be closed by the time. Did I say closing? I didn't hear. Oh. What? What the what? So this is going to be spawning point artist 1. Okay, I forgot to put the tag on this for sure. I wish the teleporting logic, or I wish the teleporting sound wasn't so freaking loud. Cool. Really, really cool. Remember when Halfdork had a GameMaker crash counter on stream? I can't remember what version that was. He was trying to make like a football game. Not football, but like carrying around the ball, or like trying to make a tag game of some sort, I think. And he kept a GameMaker crash counter. Oh, that's really funny. It doesn't crash so often anymore, but it used to a lot. Way too much. Okay, so I forgot to add the tag. What? Oh, okay. Let's see. But I wish you could turn off teleport sounds really bad. Really, 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 really bad. Forgot to change this too. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's save it this time in case it crashes again. I haven't checked my work emails in a while. I want to get in trouble. Okay, so we go over here. It's pretty good, just a little slow because that's pretty good though. It's not bad. And it's SP sound. So you will hear it, and I'll put all of the messages into here. So set artist 2 SP, set artist 3 SP, and on and on and on and on. There'll be a bunch of messages in here. So I'll have to redo that for the judges, but it's working right now. It'd be really easy to change. I just have to put the messages in here. So like duplicate, let's just put the judges first, like we knew what we were doing. I'll group those up here so we can add these first. Be like, so this is set judge 1. Duplicate. This is set judge 2. Duplicate. Set judge 3. We have to make up these messages. So set judge dot, I'm gonna copy this part and we'll go set judge 1 dot sp and paste the message set judge 2 dot sp and then paste the base message and judge dot 3 dot sp. Okay, so now I have those 3 messages in the rules. And I should be able to go ahead and select these 3 doors. Select these 3 doors. And I'm going to delete the sound off of them. And then I'm going to grab these 3 sounds. And we'll just get out of there. Okay. So now we just need to add the new messages into this one. It's gonna have a lot of messages. Okay, so .1.sp and .2.sp for now. .3.sp. Set dot artist dot, got that. Oops. Just stop right there for now so we can get back to artist. But this will have every message or any sort of door open sound. And since I'm using teleports and automation because we're in a multiplayer setting, I can't use real doors. You can't use collision unless it's for everybody. So doors, I don't want people to just be able to walk into the rooms. You have to press E. You have to really choose to go there because you're not supposed to if you're not supposed to be in there. So yeah, it's automation. Everything's automated after the open. So let's make sure all of this is working. And so then we'll have the first door for the artist done. We'll have remade the sounding boards. So I think that's a little better than where my thought process was earlier. It was easy fix, door open, and a door close. Door open, door close. Okay, so I don't have the sound effects on the exiting right now. Which I can fix that. Alright, we're getting there. I just need to get rid of the teleport sound effect, but I can't. Give me 1 second. I will be right back very quickly. Oops, I forgot to put my BRB on. Okay, I'm back anyway. So what was wrong with this? It wasn't playing sound effects on the exit. The only trouble with that is I'm sending this enter message to itself. Oh, wait. That's not right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Detection everyone in range is what I'm doing. So this enter message doesn't hit anything else other than what's supposed to. But to get the single player sound to work, I'll need to make sure this message goes into the rules. Which means they'll all have to have their own message. So the rules will know where to send you. Unless there's only... Well, I just won't be able to play animations on the exit then. The reason I built the system the way I did earlier is because it was easily duplicatable, its own little system that I could duplicate without creating individualized messages. But this version requires a player needed message to get in. Now, something I've also been struggling with is potentially people, would be able to, it'll be confusing because you interact to get in, but I don't want you to interact to get out. I want you to hit a trigger volume. So perhaps I can block people from getting out. And we all always have the same exit spot without an animation or anything. Let me think this through a little bit. So we go boom, and let's just say that the doors are locked. I don't know if you'll still be able to interact with them or not, but let's say that they're not interactable with on this side. I'm going to have to make a new one, so I'm going to delete those and we'll work on this one. And we're going to call this, on enter message, we're going to call this teleport exit dot basement. That doesn't really make sense. Teleport exit dressing rooms. Something like that. So we're going to have one single spot, like this one. And it's going to teleport us all out to the same location. And we're going to send it to all. I'm trying to think of how I want to do. So since since we're only gonna have one teleport, I'm gonna put the teleport on this spawning location. So it only needs to exist once. And this is teleport exit dressing room. And it's going to be spawning point exit dressing room. So all the exits go to one place. Exit. I think that's basically it. That's all I'll need to do, and then I need to put a indicator. Be like exit. Also be like color equals red. Size equals 30. Bold exit. It's going to be, we'll just have it be like 1. 0.5 maybe. And you can only see it from 7. Use a red circle. Something like that. So there is no door to get out, it's that. And then you wouldn't really need any sound effect, because there's no door. Let's make sure it's working before I go crazy. Think about it a little bit. Didn't get a ton done today because we decided, or I decided to rework the single player sound. Well, we did get the one artist door started, so that'll really fly past the rest of them. Once I get one set out, everything else will fall easily like dominoes and we'll be there. And then we'll do the models, and then the real fun will start. What? What? Interesting. I think we can just add avatar here. Because when you spawn, I'm pretty sure you get an avatar tag. Oops. So we can add tags. Spawn. We'll make sure that avatar is on it. It's your avatar. And so with these actor property switchers, I don't want to be turning things invisible. Just want to add tags. Oh, I guess I could just do this too. Well, I don't want the tags on these things too, so I should do both, I guess. Properties, just do the tags and do avatar, because I made sure that tag was on all the avatars. Boom. And I'm going to do this each time quick. Specific tags. This needs to be avatar. And this is just going to be tags. Gonna be tags, filter, specific tags. I want to do this to, oops, avatar. All right, let's do just tags, and I want to look for the, oops. Not selected actor. I want to look for people with the avatar tag. Really not sure where to put this. Somewhere in the middle, probably. Okay. So let's say we teleport right here-ish for some reason. Let's just go ahead and let's just call this soundboard SP message flash soundboard. Okay. And can I add this here now? Let's go ahead and just duplicate one of these rules and bring them down here. So when we get exit dressing rooms, then we can say teleport.exit.red dressing rooms.sp. I know that message is too long. So let's steal one of these. Since you're not using a door to get out, it's got to be magical of some sort, right? So the sound to play here will be magical. Let's search for magic. Not a loot. I don't want fairy dust. There we go. Much better. So we'll use this one. And this is going to be teleport, exit dressing room, SP. And let's also put a visual effect on it. Because those can be SP, which is really cool. And so, what should we do? Like, what have I used in the past? Oops. Great. And let's put it up a little bit. I don't know if this is going to be it, but this is what we're going to use for now. And let's see if we can. Okay. I don't want that one actually, but yeah, I guess I can lower the brightness with that probably. Okay, good. Good enough for now. Now, it's not going to be enabled to start, and it's going to turn on with that teleport message we did. And it needs to turn back off. So I can actually tell this doesn't loop. Message to send at the end. Send it to itself. And let's just say off. And so visual effects need to get turned off before they'll work again. So in case somebody goes into another door and comes out again, I want the visual effect to work again. Sounds should be able to play again as long as they're done playing. Or you can interrupt it with itself to be sure, I think, but that shouldn't happen very often. Or it shouldn't be able to happen fast enough here, but let's test it out. So now the exit shouldn't disappear. We've cleaned those up a little bit. And we cleaned up, or at least made something happen at the place we teleport out of the exit. Since we're not exiting out of doors. All right. How magical. So I just need to clean that up. And yep, that'll work again. I'm not really sure how the layout of all this stuff's going to quite work yet. So this is the duplicatable part now. I just put this in all the rooms. Might be a little big for some of these. I can always have Roxy making a smaller exit. This is just a demonstration of things to happen. A framework. Okay, let's give it another test and see if I can interact with those dressing room doors from the other side, which I probably will be able to. And that'll be a pretty easy fix. You have to look for it, but yeah, you can. All right, so I think we have a pretty good thing going here. I can easily move the doors out or like make logic that's out here so you can't reach it. I can move this wall out a little bit. Or I can make a one wall, one more in here so it's a little thinner. But these ones are going to lose even more space. I can probably extend the dressing rooms to be longer, as well as the artist rooms. Since we move these doors, we can probably bring this wall out further, create more space, which I'll probably do that. We don't need any of these anymore. These are gone. And let's use our magical technique for exiting instead. Clean up the sound for SP only. I like that change a lot. It's going to really serve us as we continue to build this map and put on a show for the audience. I'm going to really try to lean into that SP for sure, I think, for a lot of things. But that's going to be it for the fashion show today. Tomorrow we're just going to crush the rest of the artist doors and finish all that and hopefully get started on the model doors. After that, we'll have everybody with their tags, their roles, and their names in the system. And we will start building the control room and make the show happen. So what does that mean? That means I think that I want you to be able, like the person running the show, the person in charge of the show, I want them to be able to select how many judges are going to be there that day. So the default, hopefully we always have 3 judges, but I was thinking to myself, what if there's only 1 judge, or what if there's 2 judges? So 3 judges is going to be the maximum. I would like to build a system where the administrator of the game can pick 1, 2, or 3 judges. So I need to build that. I need to build a system where I can teleport everybody around the map. Not the audience, but the people. That's the whole point of the dressing room. It's because I want to be able to teleport people around without them having to learn like their spots. If you think about like a TV show, the host, the contestants, you have to teach them where their spot is and which camera to look at and what to do. And there'll be some of that in this, but I want to make it as simple on myself and the contestants and the judges as possible. So that means that I'm going to build a teleporting system where when it's time for the show to go, I'll be, or whoever the host of the show, they will be introducing the judges. And so Judge 1, boom, teleports. Judge 2, boom, teleports. Judge 3, boom, teleports. And I'm not sure exactly how the show is going to work as far as, do we introduce all the contestants at the beginning? Yeah, probably. I think so. So it'd be like, contestant 1 through 8, introducing, everybody's applauding, yeah, like cheering. We'll get sound effects going in for sure. And I'm going to be controlling all of that in the control room, which we're going to build. It's going to be super fun. And then that's the easy part. And then I need to also be able to teleport, the contestant versus their model. So is the artist their own model, or do they have a different model? And we'll have to have buttons for all of that. And then we have to build the logic around how the judges vote. So it's contestant 1's turn. So I push a button that sends their model to the catwalk. They're going to walk up and down the catwalk, and then the judges are going to vote. So maybe they walk up and down the catwalk until the judges are done voting. I'm not sure exactly. But the judges will all push a button on their keyboard from 1 to 9 or 0 to 9. They will say, yes, I'm sure that I want to select this number. The system will wait for, I said that I wanted 1 to 3 judges. So we need to build a system that waits for 1, 2, 3 judges, depending on what we say at the beginning. And then it averages that score. It's going to give the contestant that score. It's going to store it. We're going to manipulate a leaderboard of some sort. Potentially, we're going to give banners or show variables on the HUD to everybody on the map at this point. Not really sure yet, but the framework, I'm working on the framework, so I want to think about all the possibilities. And then once that happens, we teleport that model out and we teleport the next model in. Repeat the process. However many contestants we have, hopefully 8 every show. And then at the end, we'll be able to look at who the winner was. I'll teleport them to like the winner circle with the judges. They'll all celebrate together. And that's it. That's pretty much all the logic that I'm really keen on making sure that we deliver and get done before I focus on any of the mini games or side currencies or parkour, all this other stuff, displays, gardens, whatever is going to happen in this area. First, I want to make sure we deliver that first framework that I talked about. So that's going to be my stream for today. Let me see if anybody is streaming that I would raid. All right, not today, but I appreciate everybody hanging out. We'll be doing more streaming until I get caught up on my projects or get them done. And as always, let me know what you're working on or what you'd like help with. I gotta hop back in Nasman's map and check it out. Play Game for Fun's working on Magic of Voxel stuff and getting that converted over to Sandbox, so that's cool. And yeah, I'll be in touch. We had another good game today, team, and I appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing day. Talk to you later.